Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. We'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. Bringing it out. It's the returner loses the football deep in their own territory.
That is an incredible job by this kickoff coverage team. You don't see many turnovers on kickoffs, but they just gifted their offense with a bonus
into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. And now they'll set up for the point after. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, and tried to make a play with good coverage that time. So Notre Dame's offense out there for their first possession. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team. Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up to take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
And it's intercepted. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense. That sack sets up a second down and very long. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. That completion sets up a third down play. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Catch made on the sidelines, and that gain is enough to move the sticks. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And that run produces a decent gain.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the second and third down coming up.
Here we go. Third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time, or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off, and at least picked up some positive.
He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. The Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's escaping the pocket now. Going to try to use his legs here. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
As a defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Throws it to the right. It's caught downfield. Tackled across midfield at the 48, good enough for a first down. This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Important second down play coming up. And Kirk, it's Ole Miss on top. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. Handoff from the shotgun. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage. On this drive, they converted twice on third down. They need 6 yards here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Catch made on the right side. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs. Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
He'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team now. And the powerful Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Second down after that previous play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Receiver makes the catch. Tackled right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
The gain moves the ball to the 34.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself.
Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Tackle finally made, but it's a huge gain. They'll spot it at the 34. Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. Here's a handoff on a counter. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
The tackle is made. The offense is now set up with a 1st and goal from the 8. And the Rebels line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Ball back at the 10-yard line now for 2nd and goal. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. And he throws it away. A smart choice that time. But it will bring up 3rd down. Offense moving backwards here. A long way from the goal line now. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down. So now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit. Long enough and good. There's a flag down. If it's on the defense, wouldn't be enough for first time run. You figure they'll take the 3 points. A costly special teams penalty, and here comes the offense back on the field. 1st and goal for the offense. And the wideout goes in motion. And they'll run it on the jet sweep. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time. 2nd down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. An important 3rd down and goal now. They'll try to run this one in. And tackled there by the defense. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So instead of a chip shot attempt for a 2-score lead, they keep the offense on. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. He pulls it in for a big gain. Tackle at the 35, good enough for a 1st down. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. First down, looking to throw the football. And it's complete downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. 1st down and 10 now. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Finds his target. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Pass caught. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Looking to make a play deep downfield. Oh, the pass is picked off. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And seemed to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
Trying to get the throw off. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. 2nd down play now coming up. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. On the run here. Lets it go. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Picks up about 5 yards, but it's not enough. Here comes a 4th down now. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. Son to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And he'll be forced out of bounds after a small pickup on that return. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Running out of time in the pocket. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Miller's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Return begins inside the 10. Will be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Quarterback keeps the football. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
It almost was like the quarterback just said to himself, I've got this. I'm going to find a way to pick up this first down. He gets the first, and keep the chains moving.
And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Hat on the hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Caught quickly. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
A couple things that really stood out to me here, Chris, on this nice play by the corner. Awareness to be able to see the wide receiver screen, and then the willingness to get involved and run support and make the tackle. Great play.
Testing the defense with a throw downfield. And the deep shot falls incomplete. But wait, there is a flag on the play, so we'll check that out. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. The Rebels will send the punt team onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the second time. Oh, and he's got some space here. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. First down here for this offense. Heavy blitz look here pre-snap. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Snags the quick throw. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. On third down, he drops to throw. Receiver makes the grab. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. Gets some space around the 30. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Past the 20. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Ole Miss. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Breaks loose at the 40. And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. And the Rebels offense back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. It's a quick grab. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Well, this is the risk you take when you run this play. Sometimes it works, sometimes it backfires. And this time it backfires on the offense by going backwards for a tackle for a loss.
Running back grabs it on a screen. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the first down. You'd love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short. So now it's decision-making time for the coach. I'd be shocked if they didn't go for it.
So the choice to go for it doesn't pan out this time. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Caught, completion. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. He hands it off from the gun. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide.
Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. And the punt team now on to kick it away. And off the bounce, that punt will roll out of bounds. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. Last possession, they were stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. And they put together something here. And they'll be smarter right at the line for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. You've got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And the tackle is made on what's going to be the final play of this period. All right, here comes the 4th quarter. Everything to play for here. Who is going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? That run picks up 1st down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
He stopped just short of that 1st down marker, inches away from it.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Looks to the left, and it's complete. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the 1st down. And the Rebels will try to keep this drive moving. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Lets it go quickly. And the pass is incomplete.
Well, that's everything you want to see from an offense. Great execution. The line gave the quarterback time. Quarterback makes a great read, throws it to his guy. The receiver drops it. Now he's going to have to shake that off and get ready to make that next play.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards on the completion, but now it's 4th down. And the Rebels will come to the line looking to convert on 4th down. He's got a 4th down conversion. Drive stays alive. They make the tackle, but he easily gets 1st down yardage, and the drive keeps going. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And the ball to the ground. No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble. Fans of the defense got to be frustrated. The offense cannot be stopped here. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. The pocket breaking down. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
And it's intercepted with a desperation throw here. Going the other way, can they stop him?
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Tight end makes the grab. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal. From the shotgun, drops back. Trying to extend the play. Slides to avoid the big hit. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. Second down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. They need a touchdown here. Down big in the fourth quarter. Third and goal. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Oh, and he dropped it. The would-be touchdown could not come up with the football. Now it's fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. They got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and...
Touchdown, Notre Dame. And the comeback continues. Kirk, you look for rust. You look for jitters in the opening drive. Not any sign of it for that offense.
You know, the offensive coordinator, when we talked with him this week, he had a feeling that this offense was going to be able to start fast, but I don't even know if he thought they would look this good this early.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. One more first down should do it, but remember, the defense has all 3 timeouts remaining. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving his running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Just trying to get rid of it. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. And that's now going to bring up third down. See if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The Rebels will have first and 10 here. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback keeps it here. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. And a timeout on the field. We'll talk some strategy, a crucial moment here. And this offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44. And the quarterback just takes a knee.